Hello, good morning. Hello,
हाँ सर, गुड मॉर्निंग।
good morning, good morning. Can you see the slide? Hello,
हाँ, यस सर।
Visible.
can you start?
यस सर।
Yes.
So how are you, all of you?
Yes, sir.
How are you, all of you? Hello.
Good, sir.
Okay, we start today. We already started the Declaration of Helsinki, and we have seen these drafts and the rules which are prepared by World Medical Association, and firstly published, which are published in a British Medical Journal. Then in 1962, but in 1964, the same drafts or the review of some of the drafts in that, and which are approved in the convention, in this convention which are held in the Helsinki, right? So in 1964, so we have seen the different basic principle is required for to in that it is involved in a declaration of Helsinki is the confirmation of the moral and scientific principle. So this is a basic principle which are used in when you drafting that basic regulations regarding the Declaration of Helsinki can confirm the moral and scientific principle. So whatever the draft is prepared, it should be improve the moral of the physician as well as improve the moral of the research subjects. All right. So this is the main aspect, and whatever the rules and guidelines which are used, which should be scientific principle. It should be of the scientific nature. Should be must be of the scientific nature. Then, so all these draft which are prepared is based on the laboratory or the animal experimentation. So after conducting the animal experimentation, so whatever the experience we will get from that, or what is the different things we can get from the experimentation, all right? So that will be put up in a draft also. Then it's which are conducted only by very scientific qualified person must be required. So those have the investigator or those have the main person which are handle that experimentation on the animal, experimentation on the human, right? So that should be we conducted some of the specialized person. He should be have the knowledge. He should be have the experience, right? And then that person we can responsible for whole things in the experimentation. Then objectives, the objectives very important. The special precautions which are done by the doctor. So the doctor which are investigator, they can just actually that perform all these experimentation on the woman, right? So this is the aspects of the basic principle. Then some of the additional principle is required for medical research or combined with medical care. And this physician must be combined with some of the medical research with the medical care, and this is a basic concept of the physician. So always the physician now regarding the medical care and medical research. These are both these which are involved in by the physician. So these are researches which are generally this uh, the doctor or the physician which are involved in the research regarding the potential preventive diagnosis and therapeutic value. So he always be doing the research on so how to prevent the particular disease, how to diagnosis of the particular disease, right, and what are the proper treatment is provided to that particular disease. So always the physician is handle all the things. So always we physician it should be considered, it should be benefit and the risk and the burden effectiveness. So the benefits, so all these experimentation which are done on that woman, right? So it should benefit to the beneficial to that the woman also, right? So also can be considered some of the risk which are involved in that research, right? The burden, these are different burden regarding the disease burden, microbial burden, or maybe burden regarding the financial burden, right? So these are all the burden which are considered before you starting the experimentation. Then all this, so this whatever the treatment is provided to that particular disease should be give the effectiveness, right? So whatever the intervention, whatever the research which are doing, all these things must be required, and always the physician should be consider that is the benefits, risk, burden, and effectiveness. Again, that is a we can consider the best current proven intervention. So all this will be compared with that the best current proven intervention. Means what are the previous study which are conducted, which are same aspects, right? So you can comparing that the standard. You can comparing that the what is the standard study will be conducted. So what are the variations in that your benefit, risk, and burden effectiveness? So that will be considered in that consider. Then at the conclusion of the study, the patient enter into the study which are entitled to be informed. So all this information should be provided to the patient must be important, right? So what are the research is going on and what is the research, what are the all the aspects regarding research, it should be understood by that the patient. So all these aspects will be informed to that patient. So this is a then so physician must be fully informed to the patient. So we have seen so all the aspects regarding the research, right, and how you conduct that experimentation on the human subjects. What are the different criteria? What are the different aspects, different rules and regulation? So all this should be informed to the patient must be important. Then in the treatment of the patient where the proven intervention do not exist, have that ineffective. Sometimes where if there is the proven interventions, the proven interventions do not exist or do not have any ineffective, right? Suppose if you have just starting the experimentation, but if you do not have that the uh, uh, previous study conducted the some of the data, right? So if you're not, and if whatever the previous conducted is not effective, it cannot be used that data. Or whatever the data is available, it cannot be provided that data, right? Then the physician must be take that expert advice with the informed consent. You can take the expert advice from the different physician and those who are involved in that the experimentation on the human subjects. So you can take that the expert advice and also can be so all these aspects which are informed to the patient also, right? So you can take that informed consent from the patient before you starting that study, right? So those have used on proven interventions also can be used, also can be used at that times because, right? If you do not have that proven interventions data or with the proven intervention data is not available or not effective, then we can take the advice from the different persons. Those are the reputed person and that the on that particular things, right? So then and can starting that study, right? So the physician judgment is off for hope of the same life. So always be so the physician, those are the investigator to take the decision regarding the experimentation of the animal, and so basic concept of that physician which should be required for saving the life of the human subject. So whatever the participation of that human subject, so it should be safe, right? So he can save the life, right, of that particular human subject. So this is the main concern of that physician. Then so the every study should be required, and some of the rules and guidelines must be required. And we have seen the institutional review board, right? So this institutional review board is required for the every center of that study, right? Experimental study. So every center it should be required. So that is called as institutional review board. So this is a independent ethic committee. Is main it is known as also independent ethic committee. So what if the ethical guidelines is required for to conducting the experimentation, right? So all the things are ethics uh, will be C of that committee. Then ethical review board is also there. So all the ethical guidelines should be provided during the experimentation or before and after experimentation. So all should be concerned with that institutional review board. So it will be designed. So all this, the main responsibility of the institutional review board is to approve that all the guidelines, right? So approve all the guidelines, then monitor all the guidelines, then review of the biomedical and behavioral research. So every time that what are the guidelines is previously prepared, so that also can do the research on that guidelines and to review of that guidelines, and some of the new guidelines will be added into that the particular research. So this involving the human subjects which are protect the rights and welfare of the research subject. So it's always happen. College International Review Board, it should be again responsible for that is the human subject. So those are involved in human subject for the study. So he can that protect his life, is protected the rights and protect is the welfare of the research subject. Then this RIB, this International Review Board, it should be have the at least 5 members must be required, right? So in that committee, in that the review board, right? So it should be required the 5 members are there, right? So members should have the enough experience. It should be expertise in the particular area. It should be working on the all the diversity area in the different field, right? So he should that member should have the qualification. If the IRB works with the studies that will be some of the population, this IRB should be members. They should be the who are the familiar with this group, right? So the members in that review board, additional review board, right? So that members should be familiar with this group, right? Or the familiar with this study, right? So so this any members not be new in that reward, right? So all are experienced, all are expertise on all are those are working in a diversity area, right? So these are members must be required for that institutional review board. Then institutional review board, which are includes both the women and the men also. Then members of the IRB must not all the same profession, right? So we can select some of this scientist or non-scientist also, right? So these are all this the members should not be have the same profession. So some of the members are from the outside also. So those are the social worker, those are the other veterinary doctors, right? So then other scientists, right, which are involved in that member also. So all this research should be considered in all the way. Means we can all this area, right? So the initial review board must be includes at least one scientist and one non-scientist also. So it's compulsory. This one scientist must be required in the initial review board, as well as non-scientists must be required. Then the IRP must be included as one person we are not affiliated with this institution. From the outside institution, right, we can procure that members. So, but that members should have the same field, and it should be know the knowledge about that particular study, right? So one person we can selected from the outside, those are not affiliated to that institution, right? So these are commonly you called as a community members. This particular is called as community. So the various from the communities you can select that members and take that members. Then IRB members not be vote their own projects, right? So if the members, right? So as well as there is a when you decide that the IRB members will be decided by as per the nomination as well as we can election, right? So during the election of that IRB members, right? So those have the projects of that particular project of that members, right? He cannot be have the voting rights. He cannot be have the voting rights to vote of that and to elect some of the person presented. So the IRB must be includes is the some of the consultant required for in this study. So those have the knowledge, those have the information about that particular study, right? So that consultant from the outside also can be taken for that IRB members. So meeting the requirement of the expertise, or but not the actual IRB members may be vote. But that those members we have outside or consultant, they do not have the actual the voting rights, right? So during this election or the nomination, they do not have any rights to give the vote, right? So that particular thing. And responsibility of the IRB, that is the Institutional Review Board. So risk to study participants are must be minimized. So what is the risk regarding that experimentation? Serialized keeping in the minimize can minimize. How you minimize that particular risk in that particular experimentation, right? So that always be research on that how to minimize that risk. right? Then risk are reasonable in relation with the anticipated benefit, right? So if the risk is there, if the very low negligible risk is there, but if you have given some of the benefits to that the risk, with the risk, right? So this is a one of the aspects. So if you have the benefits or anticipate the benefits, some of the benefits in the explanation, then some of the risk is also uh, permissible, right? Then selection of the study participants should be equitable. So it should have the is not be biased to when you selecting that the participant, the study participant, right? So it should have the equal rights to all the participants. So it could be equal, uh, equal, that is equal rights, equal welfare, and all these facilities should be provided to the equal in nature, right? So all this they should be equitable, right? Then informed consent is obtained and appropriately documented for each participant. So this is one of the important aspects during the study. When you're selecting that participant during the study, in that study, particular study, right? He can take that informed consent from his family as well as in wholesale, right? So you can take the informed consent means during the study, right? So during the study he cannot be quite that study, right? He cannot be counted this or not be replace that the particular participant from that study, right? That's why before you conducting that study and after the selection of that particular participant, you can take that informed consent form. So in that informed consent form, so the participant should be voluntarily we can participate in that study is the main concern with the informed consent. So it will be consent from the family, consent from that himself also, right? So and that every participant you can take that informed consent and should be well documented in one of the file. It should not be missing and because it is always required. Because anything happens in the during the study, right? So that should be required. Sometimes if the study is failure, if the study is failure and not appropriate research is done, right? Then sometimes that is a participant may be die also, right? In that case, right? So avoiding that all the cases, the police cases in that, right? So we should be have the informed consent, right? Or the participant is a voluntary participated in the research study, right? Then adequate provisions regarding the monitoring the data collection. So always it's how the proper procedure required from the starting to end, right? So how to collect the data from the every day, every observation, right? Okay, so we are during the starting the study, right? And so every days we can supervise that the particular patient, right? What will be happened to that the particular patient? So that all the data should be collected from the every individuals or every participant, and that data should be kept separately. Then participant is privacy and confidentiality it is always maintained, right? So other person is cannot be that without the family and himself, right? So other person not we do not know his participant or what is his qualification, what is the profile, right? And this all these things. So the participant privacy and confidence you can make the confidential things right in the and this is the main responsibility of that IRB. Then the IRP and the IEC, the IEC, the Institutional Ethics Committee. Institutional Ethics Committee should be obtained the following document. So documents is required trial protocol, right? So the trial protocol, all the documents regarding the trial protocol. So before you're starting the study, you can prepare the protocol, right? So the research protocol and is all the things which are mentioned in that the protocol means who are the participant, what is the name, what is the age, what is the weight of that, what is the what is status of that particular that participant, right? Whether you having the disease or not, whether you having the previously accident or not. So all should be informed, all should be contained in the protocol. Then there is a how you conducting the study stepwise. The first step, second step, third step, up to that, all the content should be contained in that the protocol, right? And this is called as trial protocol. then written informed consent forms. So these various forms which are taken from that patient as well as the family, and that is called as a informed consent with the proper sign of that particular uh, uh, participant. Then consent form date updates from the investigator proposed for use in the trial. So the investigator should be know that who are the that patient, who are that participant, and whether that consent form is filled or not, whether the consent form is updated or not. So this all there is investigator can see all this informed consent update. Right? Then subject recruitment procedure. So subject recruitment, if you want to, we can starting the study. We can before the starting the study, we can register of that participant for the study, right? At that times, we can given some of the advertisement in the newspaper or some of the in social media, right? So advertisements and so this is our study, and we can start that study. We require some of the normal health individuals to start the study. So that is advertisement. So that is advertisement is given in newspaper as well as the social media and invite that the particular participant. Right. So this written information be an investigation brochure. Also, this investigation brochure is prepared. Investigator brochure. So investigator brochures means that investigators profile, right? And how you conducting the study, which is the subjects of that study, right? How you conducting, what is the benefits, what is the risk are there. So all should be considered in that brochure. You can prepare the brochure by the investigator and also those who have want to that information, so that information must be given, right? So it's particularly for the human subjects that are all the information must be given. Or all the members should be know that all this study requirement and investigation brochure also should be know that all these members. Then is available in safety information. So all this consideration regarding the available safety information to the all members or the participant. So safety information, how to safely handle the things, and so this some of the safety information must be required in the every ward, every department, right? And so can handle the things. So information about the payment and the compensation is available to the subjects. So during that study, and we have selected that human subject for the study, right? So that human subject should be know about the payments, how much payment is given to that person, how much stipend is given to the person, right? And how many days we can given to the person during the study or after the study. Then if anything happen during the study, so what are the compensation is given to that human subject, right? Whether is given the some of this life insurance, if you have that life insurance policies, right? Or some of the compensation to his family if anything happen uncertain, right? And this all our information must be provided to that subject. Then investigator current curriculum witty and the documentation evidence qualifications. So LSB is required, and the investigator, those are the main investigator, is responsible for whole things, the whole explanation. So, what is his qualification? What is his curriculum vitae? And what are the all the profile of that particular investigator can maintain in one file? And so those person who want that information, so ultimately we have to give that. Right. Then any other documents that IRP and ISC made to fulfill responsibility. So any other documents regarding the starting the study of the human subject on the human subject, so that should be maintained by IRB and IAC. So what are the ethical guidelines which are provided? What are the ethical guidelines which are given to that for that to the study? Right, should be maintained all the ethical guidelines and properly implemented in the study for the ethical guidelines. Right. Then so this is a situation in the Egypt, the particularly. So most of the medical research which not be conducted is be conducted in Egypt. It not be done with without their knowledge and consent, right? So this particular study is this case study of the in Egypt, right? When you conduct when they conducted the medical research, they do not have any knowledge and consent of that research carried out. Right? These are basic things are there, but this culture is progressively changed, and so what is the institutional ethical board? So every study there is recommendation. The institutional ethical review boards must be required to conduct a study on that supervision. That conducted a study on that supervision. So every before that, if the institutional review board is not there, and just the medical research which are conducted without any knowledge, without any consent, and this is a situation in the Egypt. But presently, again, changing the scenario, and uh, whatever the experimentation which are doing on that particular study, right? So should we have that IRB board, right? Then Egypt have excellent food for medical research. It's a large population site, diversity of population composition, the high prevalence of the some chronic disorders such as the chronic hepatitis C also. So every health organization directly or indirectly involved. So medical research, it should be have the institutional review board. So all this consideration that institutional review boards must be required for every organization. So those have conducted the experimentation on the animal, those have which are concerned with that medical research. So institutional review must be required. Then the next things which are we have already seen that Nuremberg code, right? So this Nuremberg code, right? This code is which are concerned in this code is required for in the Declaration of Helsinki. Some of the guidelines is provided with the given some of the code. So this code with this coding language, right? So that this normal person is cannot be understand that a Nuremberg code. So this is coding language, right? So this informed consent is absolutely essential for qualified researcher and use appropriate research design, right? So can prepare that the some of the guidelines in medical research, right, or experimentation on any moment subject, right? So some of the code is given, right? This code is used for to prepare that guidelines, right? So only the qualified person, only the qualified research should be understand that coding and implemented that in his research, right? So there must be favorable risk and the benefit ratio also. If you are using that there is a Declaration of Helsinki guidelines should they have some of the favorable risk or the benefit ratio also. So this ratio must be 50%, 50% also. So not be high risk, not be high benefit also, but it should be high benefit, but it is not be high risk. Right. So participant must be free to stop any time. Right. So when you prepare that the studies and uh, the participant must be free to stop anytime, because if the participant he want to stop the study, or he not be participate in that study, right? So he should be have the some right? So if you have wish to, but but there is a very less case is required for that, right? The participant must be free to stop it in time anytime. But so it is a very less percentage, because if you have selected that participant and everybody say that we will stop that study, so this study is not be continue and not be finishing it, right? So let us before that. So all this when you select in that participant, you have to consider all the things regarding that, right? Whether that participant is fully participated or not, or whether responded or not, whether the family is taking the problem in that problem or not. So all is considered when you selecting the participant. So that that study not be stopped, and that participant not be stopped at any time, right? So it should be required. Then some of the significance is Nuremberg Code is not a not a fully accepted. It is official, but some of the coding language which are included in that guidelines, and some of this. So the Western world is initially discussed the Nuremberg Code, and is because most of the countries this cannot be used at the code, right? So, but standard codes must be used for that guide as guidelines. Right. So, so this number code, which are is say as a code of RBN, barbarians, right? So not for civilized physician and investigator, right? So means that numerical code is just included in that the guidelines, but so most of these countries cannot be used that numerical codes, right? This code is considered the most of the important document, the history of clinical research ethics, is a massive influence on the global human rights, right? The Rimmer codes and its later declaration of Helsinki, the basis of code of medical regulation. So this coding system which are used in this study, right, is the main basis of this code of federation regulations. Right, the federal regulation. So this regulation are prepared in the US, right, and is a US federal regulation is concerned with this, right. When you prepare that numerical code for the particular study, you can taking some of the guidelines from that code of federal regulations, right. Then we have seen this. There is a first declaration, uh, scientific declaration, the Declaration of Helsinki, which are firstly uh, which are implemented in that, particularly which are prepared in 1962, but is actually which are published in 1964, right? And which are held in conferences of the symposia in Helsinki, right? So after this 1964, after the 11 years, the first adoption of Declaration of Helsinki, the first revision of that particular that guidelines, and after this 11, because what are the guidelines prepared in 1964, right? It is firstly prepared, and then after this first revision is done in the 1974, 1975, right? After the 11 years. So introduce idea regarding the votes of the independent committee, right? So some of these revisions must be doing in that the guidelines, right? This guideline is the idea regarding the oversight of independent committee. So that research should be have the independent committee must be there, so that independent committee will be handle whole things regarding that medical research, and he will be responsible for that committee. And this is one of this. The institutional review board is one of this committee. Then development of some of the IRBs and IRCs, right? So development of IRB and the IEC. Instead, there is some of the guidelines which are provided how to prepare that committees and what is the responsibility of that committee, right? Different guidelines which are provided institutional review board as well as the institutional ethic committees, right? So issue related with the there's a institutional commission which are developed is a more perspective. This institutional commission is there, so you can taking overall what will happen in the medical research, right? And which are controlling go that medical research of that committee. The duty to individual given to the greater weight to the over duty the person. So greater weight is given to that individual person. So those are participation in that the study, right? So ideas of publication ethics which are included. So some of the different guidelines and the reviews is must be required. So how you publish that ethics publication. So publication. So the good publications, right? Or how you publish that the and proper draft is required for publications, right? So it should be include that. Comparison of trial treatments to the best available in the treatment. So always be this treatment is comparing with the standard, right? And you can compare with the standard whatever the available treatment is available, right? Because if anything certain happens should be avoided, right, during the study. That's why so is always comparing with that the trial treatments, right? Trial treatments is comparing with the best available treatment is there. Then access to treatment is following trial completions. Mandatory for the protocol to state to add to the Declaration of Helsinki. So how to prepare the protocol, and always the investigator will be stick up on that the protocol, right? And not be changes at a time, not be changes in that the protocol. So this is a one of the aspects of this. Okay, we stop here today. So how many there today? That is 17. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. अटेंडन्स कमी आहे आज काय कळत नाही. गणपतीमध्ये आहेत का सगळे?
होय
ओके नाही
होय
सगळ्यांच्या घरी गणपती बसवलेत
होय होय सर
होय ना
हो
टोटल आज 17 आहे टोटल तुमची बॅच 37 ची आहे ना किती आहे
हो सर 37.
37 कसला आवाज आहे
पाऊस पडत असतो.
पाऊस पडतोय पावसाचा आवाज आहे स्टॉप आहे टुडे राईट
Yes.
ठीक आहे
Yes sir.
थँक्यू
Thank you sir.